Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? Today is the 29th of October 2020. It is a Thursday and I am currently in Disneyland Park in Disneyland Paris. Now, today is a weird day and I'm going to try and do this video without editing it much because I want you to get a real vibe of what the park is like today. The park is going to be closing from tomorrow because President Macron, the French president, last night announced that he wants France to go under lockdown again, and pretty strict lockdown, kind of like they had it back in March, April, May, and we had it over in the UK as well. So yeah, he said that he wants the whole of November at least to be under lockdown. It's not going to be completely as tough as it was apparently. I think he's still keeping some schools and stuff open, so people are still going to school, but you know, all the non-essential businesses and stuff, they have to be closed, no restaurants, nothing like that. So unfortunately that means for Disneyland Paris that they also have to reclose their doors. It's a sad time. I really feel for Disneyland Paris and the cast members. By the way, look at the beautiful castle. Sorry, it's Halloween season here, so you might be able to hear some funny hee-hee-hees coming around here. Yeah, it's a shame. I have been here for the past 3 days. I was originally meant to be leaving tomorrow to go back to the UK, but when the announcement came straight away, I changed my Eurostar to tonight instead, so I'm leaving this afternoon, this evening, which was very easy to do, thank the Lord. I'm very happy with how Eurostar, you know, allowed me to do this without any problems. Yeah, so there you go. This is the park. I want to kind of show you some of the atmosphere, I guess, talk a little bit about, you know, what it's been like in the past few days, and yeah, some of you guys have asked me questions on Instagram, and maybe I can answer some of those. But as you can see, it seems fine. Like, the park is fine. It's not very busy. It's really not been busy at all in the past few days. It's weird seeing it this quiet. Today's actually probably the busiest I've seen it, and my prediction is that potentially maybe some French locals probably thought, oh, we're gonna go under lockdown for like a whole month again, we might as well make the most of our last day of like freedom. So maybe some people came kind of last minute. But look how beautiful Main Street USA looks as well, with the little thing coming round and then all the Halloween decorations over there. So cute. But yeah, so one of the biggest questions that I got from you guys is it still magical? Has it still been magical despite having to wear masks, despite not having any parades or any fireworks? And the answer to that is yes, absolutely. It's very magical. There are so many new ways that Disney have, like, you know, used to create some magic for the guests. I found myself being, you know, emotional, amazed, wowed plenty of times in the past few days. So the magic is definitely still here. In fact, I almost feel a little bit guilty to be here because in the past few days of me being here, even when the announcement came last night from the president of France, I still, when I'm here, kind of forget about the madness of the world that we're living in right now with this pandemic that we all have to deal with. So it's a nice change. It's a nice, I guess, way to forget about it for a few hours whilst I'm here. Don't get me wrong, as soon as I'm back in my hotel, I'm like, oh yeah, that's something that's happening. But yeah, when you're in the park, it's incredible, and you know, to know that to know that the cast members, obviously we all know, all the adults are very aware of what's happening with the pandemic, and yet they're still here making magic. Stitch is over there doing a little meet and greet. So meet and greets have changed as well. Obviously, you know, with the new rules and everything, social distancing, it would be kind of silly to let people just get close to characters and hug them and all the cute things that we used to be able to do. Unfortunately, we can't do them right now. I believe that one day all these things will come back to Disney parks, hopefully. Who knows when though? But right now, what they've done, and you might be able to see kind of, I'm going to try and go a little bit closer. By the way, I really hope you can hear me. Yeah, so Stitch is over there, and he's like, kind of, you know, there's ropes around him, so people can't get too close to him, but you can get close enough to get a little picture or a selfie. Sorry, I know a lot of people are blocking the view at the moment. Let me go a little bit closer because I actually would like to kind of have a look at him today myself. I haven't seen him much on this trip yet. But yeah, so they're very much encouraging these spots as like selfie spots with the characters. So they've got little locations, I don't know if you can see on the floor, like that green spot, and then that's kind of where you're meant to stand. I mean, that family's a little bit closer to Stitch than what the green spot says, but you kind of stand there, Stitch is there, protected, and then you kind of take a photo like that. And yeah, there's plenty of characters around actually, maybe more so than normal because they're trying to make up for the fact that you can't meet them properly. They really have gone all out. Disneyland Paris, and I believe most of the Disney parks around the world, they really have done all they can to introduce new ways of magic for the guests. So there's characters about everywhere. I'll show you when we get to the top of Main Street as well, with the start of the park, the beginning of the park, the entrance of something really cool that they've been doing with the characters. But yeah, the characters are still here. I have met quite a few of them. It's easy to meet them because the queues are very short. That's probably also because the capacity of the parks have been very low in these kind of strange reopening times. So even though some of the lines might look long, it's probably because of the social distancing lines, like the fact that people are kind of not too close to each other when they're in the lines. So yeah, easy to meet characters, and honestly it's still cute. If you're somebody who enjoys interactions with characters, which is what I love, one of the main reasons I love meeting characters is because I love talking to them and making jokes with them and just laughing, having a laugh, you know, having cute interactions and moments with them. You can still definitely do that. You don't need to be too close to them, you don't need to be hugging them to do that. You can just chat to them, you can be like, hey, and you know, they're great. They are really, really great. I think my highlight of this whole trip actually is Donald and Daisy. I met them today, but I also saw them yesterday, and they were just having such a great time dancing about, and it brought me so much joy. So there you go, the joy and magic is definitely 100% still there. The next thing, fireworks. It is strange, it definitely is strange. My first night here, I didn't miss the fireworks, to be honest, because I come to Disneyland Paris so often. I don't always feel the need to watch the fireworks anyway, but I like the fact that they're normally there. So even if I'm not watching them, I just like knowing that they're happening, you know. It's kind of routine, what I'm used to. By the way, look how cute this little ghost is with his painting. Yes, I'm used to it normally. And I was having a Casey's hot dog at I can't remember what, maybe 7 o'clock, 7:30 on my first night, just kind of on a table in front of the castle. And I was just watching all these crowds of people. I say all these crowds of people, there wasn't many people around, but just people leaving, kind of exiting, going towards the exit of the park, moving away from the castle, basically what I'm doing now. But it was at 7 o'clock in the evening, and normally that's the time when people are crowded by the castle waiting for something to happen, you know, waiting for the fireworks or the projection show. And so that was a bit weird. I just remember feeling a little bit sad then, thinking it's just odd, nothing's happened on the castle yet and people are just leaving and the castle's just kind of there. I don't know, but I don't think it's a big problem. Obviously fireworks are missed, and again, I truly believe that fireworks will eventually come back to Disney parks. Who knows when? It is unfortunate, no one knows. It's a strange time we're living in, strange world, because even doctors, even scientists, no one can know for sure what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. But I truly hope that, you know, things get better soon. Let me have a look actually on Instagram, because a lot of you have been so nice as well, so shout out to all of you for your lovely comments, you know, being so nice, wishing me a happy time, a great time. Yeah, Kalina, Karen has just said, safe home, Sam, gutted for you. Are they closing from today? Yes, they are closing from tomorrow, so today is the last operation day, like I said earlier, until hopefully they really hope to reopen at some point in the middle of December. What else have we got here? There's a little announcement. Lavez les mains, wash your hands. Keep your distance as well.
Pour profiter au mieux de votre temps, nous vous invitons à télécharger l'application officielle de Disneyland.
They're basically saying and encouraging people to use the app as well, the Disneyland Paris app.
Les programmes de bar, voir les temps d'attente pour les attractions et bien plus encore. Nous vous remercions de votre patience et de votre coopération et vous souhaitons la plus magique des journées.
So I purposely let you guys listen to that. They're going to do the same announcement now in English. It's basically reminding people to wear masks, wash their hands. You'll see it.
When coughing and sneezing. Wash your hands often and thoroughly, and maintain physical distancing. To make the most of your time, we invite you to download the official Disneyland Paris mobile app. You will be able to explore the parks maps and programs, see wait times for attractions, and much more. Thank you for your patience and cooperation, and we wish you a magical day.
There you go, guys, that was the announcement. These announcements do come about maybe once every half an hour or so they are quite frequent. This is a beautiful view of Main Street as well. I love the Halloween decorations. They really do go all out here in Disneyland Paris. people every single season. As far as I know, it's the only park that really puts so much effort into decorations and new stuff for each season over at Disney World. They do celebrate Halloween quite hugely, yes, but you have to pay for it. You can't really celebrate it unless you go to one of the Halloween parties. It's not as like easily accessible to people just in the parks, everyday guests. I do really love this area as well. The gazebo here in Disneyland Paris is one of the reasons I love this park so much. It makes it so beautiful. No other Disney park has this, and I think it's so cute. Anyway, so yeah, the announcements do come every now and again. They also have some announcements in the evening. So before Macron's new speech last night, the French government was on other rules. They were under other rules. Basically, they had a curfew of 9 p.m. So for the past few weeks, I think they've had to, you know, all be home by 9 p.m. That's been the rules here in the country. So Disneyland Paris, I heard it both last night and the night before, from around 7 p.m. onwards, they start making announcements. Again, very kind, magical, cute announcements saying, hello guests, you know, hope you've had a magical time so far. We just want to remind you that, you know, based on the French government regulations, we would advise you to make sure that you're in your house or your hotel or wherever you're staying at by 9 p.m. So don't forget, you know, you should probably start planning to leave, kind of thing. They're not saying leave, but they're just kind of reminding people that, like, it's 7 o'clock now, you've got 2 hours. Don't kind of be stupid and stay out all night, kind of thing. There's Daisy and Donald that I spoke to you about earlier. They are so cute. Right at the entrance of the park, you see them by the gazebo in their cute Halloween outfits. They are so adorable, honestly. I don't think I've ever loved two ducks so much. Daisy looks so adorable. Yeah. And then this is what I want to show you earlier. So this, obviously, the train station situation for the railroad at the very start of Main Street, the beginning of the park, the entrance of the park, so to speak. The characters every day, and I think they do it in the evenings as well. I don't know. I've only seen it in the daytime, but they all come up here. All the main characters, the Fab Five kind of thing: Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, and Chip and Dale, and just stand there for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or half an hour, just do a dance and, you know, take selfies, I guess, social distancing selfies with people here. And it's just such a cute atmosphere. If you want to see the full thing, obviously the whole thing, watch my vlogs, because I have vlogged this whole trip and I'll be putting up vlogs from every single day properly. This is just a little, I guess, little chat with you guys, because it's a weird time and I thought it might be fun to, I don't even know if fun's the right word, it feels right to have this chat whilst I'm here in Disneyland Paris on its final day before they close again. So yeah, where was I going with this? Yes, watch my vlogs. They'll be coming very, very soon. First one should be up this weekend, so make sure to subscribe. But yeah, Disneyland Paris is closing. It's really sad. Like I said, some of you guys have been really like sending me messages really nicely, being like, oh my god, Sam, I'm really sorry that, you know, your trip's been cut short and stuff. I'm absolutely fine. I do not mind whatsoever. I feel so lucky to have been able to be here for like 3 days. You know, normally when I come to Disneyland Paris, I only stay for 3 days anyway. For some reason this time around I was like, I might as well, you know, do 4 days and 3 nights, because, you know, with all the trips that I've missed this year and how hard it is to travel these days anyway, I thought I might as well extend it a little bit. But having had 3 days here is more than enough. I feel very lucky. Like I said, I've done more or less everything I wanted to do. This is another cute situation here. So yeah, my heart goes out to the cast members. It's the Disneyland Paris cast members that I really feel sorry for. And I can't lie to you, I'm a little bit worried about the future of Disneyland Paris. I just think it sucks, you know, to have reopened and been so careful. I spoke about this a little bit on my Instagram stories last night as well. Like, the safety measures that they've been putting here in Disneyland Paris in the past 3 days that I've, you know, experienced have been phenomenal. Like, I honestly felt more safe here in Disneyland Paris than I felt safe anywhere in London where I live. Like, and that's being completely honest. It's not just because I love Disney, it's just the reality of it. You know, just the simple fact that everyone needs to be wearing masks here. Even though we're outdoors, you know, generally speaking, the virus apparently doesn't spread as easily when you're outdoors. And even so, you know, they're very strict on everybody wearing masks. Obviously children are exempt, but all the adults, and they all wear them, you know. I've not really seen anyone not wearing them. When you eat, you can take them off, but yeah, for the majority of the time, all the adults are listening. I haven't seen a single cast member have to go and tell an adult off, because no one has not put their masks on, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does happen, but I've not seen it myself, which is lovely. It's good to know that people are listening. The one problem I think The only problem is that sometimes in the queue lines for the rides, some of the social distancing situations don't work, and not because people don't want to follow them, just because I think people are so used to just walking. So there's like social distancing markers on the floor, and you'll be able to see them in my vlogs, but sometimes people just don't like pay attention to them. So I have seen cast members have to come and kind of remind people a few times and be like, please make sure you're not on these like situations and stuff. And everyone's very kind, and as soon as they get told about them, they're like, oh yeah, sorry. And so it's obvious that it's not because they don't want to listen, it's just because they're not thinking about it. And it's something that comes with practice. But yeah, so they're very safe, and that's why I think it's a bit sad that, like, you know, a place like this when everyone's trying their best to do well and really be as safe as possible, as careful as possible, and the cast members, honestly, the attention to detail, all the effort they're putting into making this place as safe as possible and for it to feel safe as well, is incredible to me. Like I said, I talk a little bit more about these things in my vlogs as and when they happen, but it's just sad to know that they're doing all this stuff, they're trying their best, and yet because of like the carelessness of other people around France, and it's not just unique to France, every country has a lot of careless people. You know, the virus gets spread by people that aren't, you know, being careful right now. If you're being careful, if you're wearing your mask, if you're not getting close to people, washing your hands, if you're not trying to, you know, constantly go to bars and pubs and just kind of socialize all the time. Like, I know I'm in Disneyland Paris right now, but this is the first major thing I've done since March. Like, I don't leave my house often. When I go back to London, I'm going to be quarantining for 14 days. And like I said, it's just normally in London I just very rarely leave my house anyway. So I've really minimized anything I need to do outside of the house. I've tried my best to just stay indoors as much as I can. And the only reason I came to Disneyland Paris was because I genuinely thought it was safe. You know, getting the Eurostar straight from London where I live. I got a taxi from my house to the station, so I didn't even get the tube because I haven't been on the tube in London at all since lockdown. So I felt as safe as possible. The Eurostar was absolutely safe, you know. I legit feel like this is one of the safest things I've done since lockdown. When I go on my walks in the London parks, I feel like that's less safe than it is here, because people in London don't really wear masks, and even though the government of London or the government of the UK has also said that masks are required, he's only said, Boris Johnson, he's only said they're required in like shops and stuff and public transport. And I don't even go to shops. I've not been to shops at all really since lockdown, but I've walked past a few sometimes and I see people in them not wearing masks in the UK and London, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, whereas here everyone's wearing it. It's just the car's coming. Anyway, so I was gonna answer some of your questions, but I feel like this video has been very long already. Let me just have a quick look and see what's going on. To be honest guys, I feel like most of the questions I've answered. Somebody asked, have you ever been to the Wild West show? I have, Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. That's really good. I don't think it's happening right now, but you know, if it ever does come back, I would highly recommend it. Laura says, I'm traveling to DLP in February. Do you think it will be okay to go with everything going? So I think from what Disneyland Paris have announced now, they are hoping to reopen at some point in February. I don't know exactly when you're going, Laura, but if they do reopen and like travel restrictions are still okay, then I would say it's fine. I felt so safe here, so definitely. Little Brittany says, how much are tickets and hotels? What is the best time to go to DLP? I mean, ticket prices are, I think the best way to look at them is just look at them online. For me, my favourite time at Disneyland Paris is Christmas. Christmas or spring are my two favourites. But yeah, there are loads of nice questions here. I say nice questions, those are lovely questions, thoughtful questions. A lot of you have just been like, I don't have a question, Sam, I just want you to have a great time and make the most of your time here, your last day here. So thank you very much to you. I'm going to reply to all of you like individually as well if I can on Instagram later. But this is the end. Have I turned Scottish? This is the end of this video. I just wanted to, like I said, chat with you from Main Street USA. Hopefully you've been able to, apart from my face, which obviously I've had to, because of the mask, you can't even see my face very well, which is probably a good thing, to be honest. I just hope you've been able to hear me very well, or well enough. But no, I hope you've been able to get a good vibe of like, oh, there's Donald and Daisy over there with Goofy. Yeah, I hope you've been able to get a kind of general vibe of what it's like at the moment in the parks. Like I said, today is slightly busier than it's been the past few days, but yeah, not so much busier, and I'm happy. I'm very happy, and I'm really happy that I came. I feel so lucky that I managed to come just before all this happened. I'm going to take this off because it hurts. There's the castle, there's me. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Instagram if you want more updates and stuff and some pictures from my trip. and if you have any questions I can answer them probably better on Instagram than I can here. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!